These are stories from people housed in an area of Montreal that is home to one of the highest density aging populations in North America. They could be the stories from people you know anywhere across this country. These are stories about freedom and survival.
You know what they do? They smack my hand like that. Why? They think I take their bread. They think I take their spoons. I don't take their bread, take their spoons. I have my own spoon. I take good care of it. Liars, liars, thieves. I read in the suburban newspaper, you know what it says? It said, oh, people got to be very careful today. You know why? They call you up, says right in the paper. They call you up, knock on your door. You answer the door. They come in, give you poison. You pass out. They take everything from you. They take your clothes. They take your jewelry. They take your food. They take everything from you. Leave you on the floor. Leave you dead. They go. Everybody wants to do something for me. A man, he called me on the phone. He said, Dora, I'm gonna do something for you, he said, I'm a medium. He gonna bring back all my brothers and sisters who died in the camps. Michigan. I don't let anyone in my house. No one come in. No social worker, no doctor, no one come in my house. You know what? I do everything. A strong, healthy person. Look, I'm good, muscle good, up, down, good, strong, healthy person. I cleaned up. I wash floor, wash. I fix window myself. Door, I fix. I make one bowl of soup. One bowl of soup feed 20 children. 20 children grown up today with children of their own. Working people, alive. They say to me, Dora, listen, Dora, you forget about all that, Dora. You don't think about that. You go on with your life. Dora, take your pill, Dora. I said to them, why do you think I scream when they close the elevator doors here? Why do you think I scream?
I am a retired senior and former healthcare professional with a continued interest in the rights available to or denied to the elderly ill in care settings. The intent here is to stimulate interest and discussion among workers concerned with the plight of gravely ill seniors. In the journey of life, much planning goes into such milestone events as marriages, anniversaries, and even funerals. Dying is the one event difficult, if not impossible, to pre-plan. Remember this: it is not always politicians who make these decisions. It is often caregivers with intent to act in the best interest of their clients. You have the right to be heard. Do not be silenced. Yours is the voice of change.
My grandfather was a survivor. He survived Yip and the Somme. He enlisted when he was just a boy of 15 years old. I remember when we would drive south to the little retirement town of Leamington, Ontario, where people sold peaches and tomatoes at little roadside stands. We lived in small, wide houses like my grandfather's, where I would see him sitting on the porch and smoking one of his many cigars. My grandfather had a chronic cough, not from the cigars he smoked, but from the poison gas he inhaled in the trenches during the First World War. He used to start coughing and he couldn't stop. His face would turn purple, and I'd be so afraid he was going to die. He didn't talk about the war. But I remember one time he gathered the family all round, and he brought out his medals in a small glass case. It was the only time I ever saw him smile about the war. We wondered if the breast cancer he got was caused by the war. It eventually spread to his spine and killed him. I remember one day he said to me, he said, "You know, when I was a boy, all right enough, I walked close to 60 miles to enlist." He faked his age and got to go to the front lines. And so it was years later, working in mental health, that I met another survivor. And his name was Jacob. Jacob was 87 years old and worked in the hospital cafeteria as a volunteer. He would meet me for the first time each time we would meet, and yet, you know, he spoke 7 languages fluently. He told me he learned them all in the death camps. Jacob was a survivor of Auschwitz. Now, Jacob would serve me my coffee every morning, and usually with a little piece of advice. On this morning, he said to me, "You know, you should never want for another spoon, but hold on to your own spoon very carefully." And I will always remember that. Jacob and I, one morning, were having coffee, and I was looking at him in his chair. And I thought, with all you have been through, and with all you have known, how is it, Jacob, that you can be so happy every day? He said to me, "Wake up every morning at 5:30. You say your prayers. And don't forget to watch the sunrise."